Mm-hmm. 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 Hey y'all. Juju, please stop. Juju's here, y'all. Hey. A song request for the Oracle? You can. I'm trying to write the channel message down more where I can better understand it, but I'm failing at that because what kind of penmanship is this? I don't know. I don't know. Wrong Side Out. I don't know that song. Who sings that song? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in here. So I'll be coming into my house that don't speak. So I'll be coming into my house empty-handed. Y'all was raised better than that. Hi, Jenny. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jenny. Hazel, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing, Hazel. All right. So what's up, girl boyfriend? They, them. How y'all doing? Well, I hope. It's your girl, Sid from Savy Santa, and welcome to today's reading. If you are new here, hello and welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Y'all gang, and y'all been in this thing. All right. If you're looking for personal readings, you can book at savvysentient.com. It's the only place that you can book, as y'all should know by now. I do not have a WhatsApp. I don't slide in DMs. I will never be in the comments soliciting readings. I will not be anywhere on any other social media trying to get a reading out of you. Get into the shirt. All right. Yeah, y'all know how to find me. I'm on my website. That's the only place. Okay. So, hello, CAE9B. Who's new here? How you doing? Yeah, don't get scammed out here. If y'all don't see my beautiful face on your screen, you're not getting a reading from me. Our readings are done via Zoom, one-on-one, okay? Or video recorded readings. If it's neither of the two, it's not for me. Someone's scamming. Don't get scammed. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in subscriber mode so we don't have to deal with the riffy-raff or the distractions. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. So I did have time to channel today. And today's channel, and we are doing a sub reading today, a subby reading for one of y'all at the end of the reading. So stay tuned. And if there's a number that seems to be popping up or bothering you throughout this reading, hold on to that number because that might be the number that gets you a reading. All right. But your channel message today was an ancestral message. That's who it feels like it was from. And this just feels like a little ancestral wisdom, you know, something that someone who has been here before and lived this life before would have to say to you. Okay. So it says, we humans, us, have so much to give when we risk showing up. We have more ecstasy when we just allow life to be a wondrous place. We have true fun. And I kind of feel like this message is talking about like living outside of your fear, living outside of your comfort zone. Some of us, we like to try to manifest certain things for ourselves. We like to try to, you know, wish for and hope for certain things, but then we're too afraid to show up in the way that we need to, or we're too comfortable with, you know, like the way our life is or what we're accustomed to receiving from life. So we try not to live too much outside of that comfort. A lot of the opportunities that life wants to give us are in spaces that for a lot of us might feel like a risk to show up in. So our ancestors want us to understand that no matter how hard we're manifesting something, no matter how much we're wishing and hoping for something, we really have to show up to receive it. And we may have to show up in spaces that are uncomfortable or unfamiliar. We may have to do hard things in order to accomplish or receive what life is trying to provide us. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot and dig a little deeper into this message. Okay. Dig a little deeper. I'm gonna fight my coworker. He got me singing that song. All right. So, Spirit, speak to me, speak through me. What's in the core? Didn't even get the question out. The core of this reading, 7 of Wands in reverse. Gotta let that guard down. Some of us, Hazel, we live in a life that's a little too guarded, okay? Hold on. I ain't gonna have y'all hearing Hazel fuss all night. So get in here, mama. Let's go. Let's go. Get in here. All right, sorry, I had to get my kid. All right, so yeah, some of us, we're living with our guard up. We're living in a comfort zone. We're living with a boundary behind it, around us. And we need to let it go, okay? What's crossing this energy, Spirit? What's crossing this energy is the Knight of Pentacles. This is about progress. The Knight of Pentacles, though, while all the Knights are about movement, this one in particular is about being very intentional. This is about moving forward with a plan, okay? The Knight of Pentacles does not move as quickly as the other knights, but that's because this knight is building something solid, something stable. Okay. So the way towards stability, towards something solid for you, what's up, shorty? Is that slow and steady, very intentional energy. For some of you, I'm getting like, while I'm telling you all to come out of a comfort zone, while I'm telling you all that you're going to have to show up in certain spaces, for some of you, like the challenge itself is just moving, is just getting out there. Okay. Some of us, some people like me, for those of y'all who don't know, I will move to another city in a heartbeat. I will, you know, I'm adventurous like that. I'm not, I wouldn't say spontaneous, but I'm not scared to move around. Like, but that's not my challenge. My challenge is accepting certain position or responsibilities that are handed down. Like, I don't be wanting too much. I don't be wanting too much responsibility. I don't be wanting, but you know, part of my journey is to be leadership. So for some of you all, it's accepting higher positions. And for others of you, it's just getting out in the first place. It's just not being afraid to make a move that some people might think is spontaneous or might think is just, you know, outrageous or whatever the case is. Sometimes you just got to be like Nike and just do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's at the root of this? Dig a little deep. Conflict. 5 of Wands. And it doesn't feel external. This feels like it's all in your head. Some of y'all are fighting with yourself. You be fighting with yourself. You be fighting with yourself. Some of y'all literally limit yourself or hold yourself back. And I'm talking to me too. Like, some of y'all be holding yourself back, going back and forth with yourself. Okay. We're going to dig a little deeper into that though. What's in the recent past? Lovers. All right, so Lovers is a card of alignment. It is a card of choice. Some of you all may have had to make a choice in the recent past in order to be in alignment now. Okay, so let's go ahead while I have you, while we're here, let's go ahead and clarify this 5 of Wands in the root of this reading, this conflict that you got going on. And we're going to dig a little deeper into the Lovers as well and see what choice you had to make or how making that choice affected you, how it actually put you in alignment. All right, so 5 of Wands energy, what is this conflict for my collective? It may be about the money. It's a King of Pentacles energy. Didn't I say about taking a position of leadership? Being in a position of leadership, taking higher opportunities. Some of you all are Knight of Pentacles energy. Like I said, that's that, you know, working your plan, planning your work, taking the steps towards some type of stability. This is where you ultimately end up at after the Knight of Pentacles, in a space of stability, in a space where, you know, all your needs are met and taken care of. Some of you all, if not even in a work sense, some of you all have a difficult time showing up in life as a leader that you're meant to be. Like, some of you all's calling is to be front and center on a soapbox, leading the troops, leading a movement. Some of y'all are meant to have social media attention or like fame or, you know, like platforms in order so you can get a message out. And the conflict I feel is some of y'all don't want the attention, but you have the message and you have the calling. Some of you all don't want the responsibility. Some of y'all don't want that head to hang heavy from the weight of the crown. But if it's your destiny, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, you're going to get your ass in that throne. Look, whether you want it or not, you're going to get your ass in that throne. Look, y'all be turning down opportunities. Okay, Ace of Wands in the reverse, turning down opportunities because y'all don't want the weight of the crown. Y'all don't want to sit in the throne. But the thing is, if you don't, you can't have any say about whoever does and how they run shit. Like the universe, your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors are handing you the opportunity to be in the position to either rule or be ruled over. Some of y'all were really meant to be kings, queens, like of our realm, of our world. And like it's a reluctance there that you feel. Like you run from it. But then you can't be upset when somebody else don't run shit how you would run shit, or as well as you would run shit, or lead people fucked up or in the wrong direction. The reason why you are chosen is because you have a divine calling. It's because you have divine connection, because you would lead in a way that the divine sees fit. You wouldn't lead from a space of ego. You wouldn't lead from a space of arrogance. But you're too afraid. Some of you all are too afraid, or just too complacent, just too comfortable with where you are in life to actually lead like you're supposed to take up the positions in life that you're supposed to take. That gotta stop. That gotta stop. Because when you fail to take up positions, we allow people positions who don't need to have them. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in the world. Because there was much better leaders that were supposed to take certain positions that didn't get them. And now we are where we are. We have to break that pattern. Tell me about the recent past with the Lovers. What choice was made or had to be made? We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you all were feeling uninspired in a position. Thank you, Savage said. Some of you all were feeling uninspired in a position. You may have been working with others. We have the 8. 8 is significant. It's in the chat, and I almost said 8. We got 8 of Pentacles here, but we have the 3 of Pentacles here. And this is about, working with others for a common goal, kind of the same message as the Lovers. But there was something about a previous setting or a previous position that you didn't feel inspired by, you didn't feel motivated by. Okay, tell me a little bit more about this energy, Spirit. 7 of Pentacles. You didn't feel rewarded by? This deck is not upside down, is it? This card wasn't, okay. But whatever. So there was a situation that you felt was a waste of your time, a waste of your energy. Some of you all feel like you be in spaces where your talents are not seen, where your talents are not utilized. Some of you all are in spaces where you actually see positions get handed to people who are not as qualified as you. And that may be why you've been feeling undermotivated or uninspired, Um, but let that be in the past, because whatever is showing up for you now, whatever life is offering you now, it's kind of like I'm hearing recompense or like repayment for that past, um, for your talents being overlooked, for your talents being underappreciated. Okay, so just because in the past people didn't see you, don't mean that you didn't have talents that were worth seeing. It doesn't mean that you didn't have skills that were worth seeing. You're finally being put in places where you can be seen, where you are visible. And okay, Spirit said, and it's not even that they didn't see you before. They saw you, and that was precisely the problem. People were intimidated by you. People were intimidated by your natural ability. Some people were intimidated by, okay, okay, so I had a dream the other day, and I've been having certain like downloads since then. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of channel a little bit right here. People who didn't see you, they saw you. They knew who you were. They knew what your abilities were. They were intimidated. They were intimidated by who you were. They were threatened by who you were. They thought that you could possibly take what they believed to be theirs, take their position, take their light, take their, followers. I don't know, whatever the position was. But the thing is, no matter what, you are going to be in the position that you were always meant for, even without them providing an opportunity to you or seeing you and putting you in that space. And they're going to be in a position where they are forced to see you. Some people are going to be put in a position where they are forced to not only see you, but actually need you, to need your guidance, need your intelligence, need whatever skills you have, whether directly or indirectly. This could be someone playing you on a job and then find out you do social media and realize that they need the type of shit that you do on social media. They watch your content all the time because it does something for them. It doesn't have to necessarily mean that they're going to need you in the job sense. Okay. Or you may be ahead of some type of networking situation. And even though they didn't fuck with you on the job, they realize that they need to be part of your networking group, something like that. But they're going to see you. They're going to have to see you. Spirit is going to make it so that you are seen, so that you become notable. Someone that most people should know. Okay. In this dream I had, I was working somewhere and I was in a higher position wherever I worked. And I guess I was leaving for the day. And I saw two of my old managers. One of them had gotten hired there. And I just thought it was funny, like the way that things went down between us at that job that I left. And now you need to be here at a place where I work, where I'm in a position, you know what I'm saying? And then on the way out, I seen another manager and he was just like shaking hands with someone who worked there because he had just finished an interview. So y'all need to be where I'm at, is what I gathered from that dream. And I feel like that's what it's going to be for a lot of you. People try to push you out, try to make you feel less than and small, only to need to be around you, need to be in proximity to you in order to have some type of success. Okay. So let's keep going. What's the potential future here for my collective? We have the Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters. And what is I don't know why they want to pull another card for that. Six of Swords. Look, that's crazy. They wanted me to pull another card for that. Not only are you moving into calmer waters, we have the full card energy. So not just calmer waters, like you're moving into a whole new beginning, a bigger beginning, a whole new cycle. Like the way that this is being shown to me is like the way that you're currently living is just, you're just going through the motions, just living your life, you moving on from certain things, but you're about to step into like an explosive, like a bigger beginning. It's like the lives are contrasting. To go from a 6 to a full, it's like a sudden upgrade or like a sudden change in your life, for the better. But it's like these two lives don't even mesh. They don't even match. They just like I don't know. Does that make sense? Like the way I'm seeing it is just like regular shit, regular life, big life. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you're moving forward into something much bigger. Move into it with optimism. Don't feel like I said, some of you all may feel like there's too much responsibility or that the crown is too heavy for your head. And Spirit is saying, don't go into this automatically thinking that it's going to be hard or not worth your time or difficult. Don't go into it with that mindset. Hey, Kels. Go into it just open-minded, because I think that what you think is going to be and what it's actually going to be, two different things. And it's going to be more rewarding than you expect. Yeah. And then what is the expected future? Speaking of expectation, 6 of Pentacles. So for some of you, you just expect to be like yanked around or breadcrumbed and maybe that's what you've gotten in the past. Like you just expect to be like a worker bee. And I feel like that's not what this is going to turn into. That like you're not going to just be drug around. Thank you, Kels. You're not going to just be led around. I don't know if y'all can see that, but he's literally leading the zombie around with meat to make him work. And some of y'all think that that's what the opportunity is going to be, and it's not. Spirit saying, don't think that. Look, the high priestess came in the reverse. Like, yeah, you think people are trying to move with hidden motives. Some of you all may be being short-sighted about this with the high priestess in the reverse. You might feel like you're being offered this so that people can take advantage of you in some type of way. And that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. This has a bigger potential than you believe that it has. Okay. So let's see what your status is at the moment. What's going on with my collective? How my collective thinking, feeling? 3 of Wands. You're in the energy of expansion. Okay. Growth, opportunity. All right. Even if it don't feel like it. Even if you have kind of a negative thought pattern concerning this, it's not that at all. Okay. What is surrounding my collective? King of Swords. Okay. This could be a person, but hold on. Mind and emotions. It could be justice. Mind and emotions. 8 of Cups. Needing to walk away from something emotionally. And before I pull the outcome, we're going to go ahead and clarify these things. All right, so tell me about this energy of expansion, this 3 of Wands energy. Some of you all are in the energy of waiting for something to happen, waiting for some news, waiting for, okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles, balance. Okay. So like I was saying about the manifestation earlier, some of y'all are waiting for like manifestation or things to happen. The manifestations are about balance. Some of y'all want to have more balanced finances. Okay. Tell me more about this. What's my collective waiting for? Okay, so you are going to have more period. Spirit just said more. All right. But again, you're going to have to accept it. You're going to have to accept the opportunities. You're going to have to not be fearful and doubtful that whatever is being offered to you is just going to be a shenanigan. I feel like maybe you feel that way because that's just been your experience in life. You take opportunities and they be some bullshit. And so now you got into a place where you're comfortable where you're at and you're not interested in hearing nobody out about no opportunity. And Spirit is saying, but this time you might actually want to listen. You might actually want to see what this opportunity is about. What's surrounding you is a King of Swords. So the King of Swords energy is very righteous, very thoughtful, very like this is someone who's going to do the right thing, someone who's going to do right by you. So like whoever is offering you the opportunity, using the job example again. So like I said, like in previous jobs, you may not have been seen. Your abilities may have been disregarded. You may not have been used to your full potential. And I feel like now the person offering you the opportunity that you're on the fence about, or you're not so sure you want to take, is someone who has really taken the time to think about you, really taken the time to see you, to think about your abilities, your capabilities. And this is someone who I feel has a lot of faith in you to be able to accomplish the task, the position that they're trying to hand you. This is someone who like sees you fully. Tell me about this King of Swords. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Now, typically this is a card of like worrying, losing sleep, anxiety. I feel like this person is someone who, when they think about you, they don't worry, is what I'm feeling with that. It says decision made, finding help. This person, okay, they may be seeing you as someone who is helpful or someone who can help. But what I immediately thought when I seen that card fly out was like, whatever they're handing you, they have full faith in you. Whatever opportunity they're offering you, they're like, nobody's able to do this position better than Collective. Like, I have 100% faith that Collective is going to get this done. I have 100% faith that Collective is who we need. I have 100% faith in their work, their talent, their ability. Like whoever this King of Swords is in your life, this is somebody who I feel like they low key, whether you know it or not, they sing your praises. They sing your praises to other people. We have the Three of Wands again. Preparation, planning, expansion, establish forth nobility, success, openness, and honesty. So this is someone who sees you maybe as nobility, but someone who sees you as somebody who can get it done with the right preparation. Like they find you smart, they find you capable, and it just feels like there's no doubt about who you are to this person. While you may have had other like managers or people in positions of authority look at you and maybe say that they don't know about you, I don't know. Like I said, they said those type of things, or they thought those type of things, or they were threatened by you because they could see it on you. They could see leadership on you. They could see the capability. They can see the intelligence. This is someone who's not denying any of that. In fact, they're exalting it. And in fact, they're smart enough to know that this is something that can benefit them in the company and or whatever it is that they're trying to give you. They're like, this is somebody who can help. They're not threatened by you. That's the beauty of this situation. So what's surrounding you right now? Eight of Cups energy. Like I said, I think a lot of us have negative emotions tied to these kind of situations because of the type of people who we were involved in them with. Okay, so this Eight of Cups energy is not about walking away from the situation as much as it is about walking away from the negative emotions that you have tied to these kinds of situations. This time, full energy, new beginning. This time, they want you to go into this open-minded. They want you to go into this with pure emotion, with I want to say a clean slate, but it's not necessarily that. They don't want you to judge this decision based on your past. This is not going to be like anything from your past. Hey, Christine, clarify this 8 of Cups. Yeah, move away from those negative emotions, 6 of Swords. Yeah, and then the 6 of Swords was the potential possibility with the Fool when they told me to pull again. So 6 of Swords energy speaks about baggage, especially mental baggage. So y'all are carrying these ideas that, you didn't get specific opportunities because people are jealous. You didn't get specific opportunities in the past because of X, Y, Z. And that's why you don't even be trying to, like, you don't even care about trying to get certain opportunities anymore. And Spirit's like, let that shit go. We're not thinking like that no more. Be open to these new opportunities because life is trying to hand them to you. Start taking them. Start taking them. Perhaps for some of you, when they were offered in the past, they were offered so that they could try to breadcrumb you, so that they could drag you along and use your talents without paying you sufficiently or acknowledging you sufficiently. That's not what this is. This is a divine blessing. This is a blessing handed down to you because you deserve it and because the person handing it to you knows that you're capable and worthy of it. Okay, what is the outcome here? The Magician and the 9 of Swords. Okay, Magician energy. This is energy of manifestation. Having all the resources you need to make something happen. Some of you all are worried. Ooh, okay. Oh, gang. Oh, okay. Spirit, slow down. Okay. Spirit said some of you all are worried about having this kind of power. And I don't think it's from a place of, it's not from a place where you feel like you would abuse it. You're not that kind of person. But it's just that you've never had it before. And you're like, it almost feels like worry about like how you'll be perceived or if you'll do well. Not only will you do well, you'll I feel like what you're about to do in this position is going to be something that people are going to be like, damn. And like the manager or whoever this person is who's offering this opportunity to you, they're going to be proud of the work that you do and the growth that it causes. And I just feel like some of you all might be anxious about being in this position because you're worried about your performance, but it's not something that you have to worry about. Tell me about the 9 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, change. This is a new cycle. This is an upgrade. I feel like this is an upgrade. You're going to upgrade your life. You're going to Oh, okay. Eat, Spirit. Eat. Okay. I wanted to say that you are going to upgrade your life, but you're going to upgrade every part of this that you touch. And just as I said, that Spirit gave me this download. Some of you all, this is just Spirit giving you evidence of your ability. Some of you, just close your eyes, think about your life. So many things that you have touched have improved simply by you being a part of it. Simply by you having your hands in it. You have seen people's lives improve by you being a part of it. You have gotten in on projects or work things. You've been on committees, been in organizations, whatever the case is, and it has been your suggestions. It has been your work that has improved the thing, the whole thing, simply by you being involved. Spirit is saying this is no different. This is no different than the lives that you've improved. This is no different than the organizations that you've improved. This is no different than the homes or the families that you've been a part of, the groups that you've been a part of that you have improved. So accept this opportunity knowing that you will make it better, that it will be better for knowing you, being in your presence. Okay, it's your vision, it's your mindset, it's the way that you think outside of the box. Some of you all are neurospicy, like me. You have neurodivergency of some sort, some type of mental thing that you got going on that has actually benefited you. It actually makes things better because I don't know, but some of y'all's mental, well, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not a deficiency. I don't think neurodivergency is a deficiency. I think for me, at least, it feels like a low key superpower, like a low key superpower. So, like some of your neurodivergency has been a tool for you for improvement. Okay, but that's for somebody. That might be why you have anxiety. Some of you all, you might have ADD, ADHD, whatever. You have anxiety about taking a position like this because of that. And it's actually one of the things that helps improve things. And I don't know if you realize that. Period. We all have a gift if we choose to see it and use it. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into the oracles of it all. And I'm actually going to use the Black Goddesses today. I haven't used them in a minute. I've been going to the African goddesses. But yeah, so don't be afraid to take this opportunity, gang. You're the thing. You're what's going to make this opportunity work. You're the thing that's going to make this opportunity special. Okay. You're going to be what propels things to higher, better. Somebody said more expensive. Some of y'all might be in something like fashion, or I don't know, but it's like your influence is what makes the thing more expensive, more sought after, more exclusive. Okay, we got 2 flipping. Give me one more. They gave me 2 more. Okay. Abuk Zanahari, Grief, Ilankaka. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with Abuk, number 1. All right. And this is the goddess. Abuk, Akol, Abuk, Dinka, Nur, Atut, Sudan. Abuk, goddess of fertility, period. Let's start with the goddess of fertility as we're talking about growth, as we're talking about moving on up. All right, Abuk, goddess of fertility, reigns over plants and water. Her power stems from the conditions of her birth. The supreme being planted in a clay pot from which she had her husband emerge fully formed in eternal night. Because she sprang from seeds, Abuk embodies the wisdom of the harvest. Abuk and her husband walked through the earth for eons, observing the abundance hidden among the flora. Abuk developed a strong rapport with the plants, and they whispered to Abuk, revealing the secrets of their tending and their harvesting, including the proper rituals for water and irrigation. Eventually, the Supreme Being shares with Abuk the magic of cultivation. Her wisdom roots in the fecund earth, amply watered, seeds go to sprout. A verdant potential is realized. If you are pulling this card, the ancestors are prompting you to tend to the seeds you've already planted. Do not let the earth go fallow. Your ideas, projects, and collaborations deserve to be nurtured and watered. Borrow Abuk's green thumb and bring your dreams to fruition. The invitation, remember who you are, know your power, advocate for yourself. You are infinitely resourced. You are infinitely resourced. Your outcome for this reading was the magician. That is someone who has infinite resources available to them. Okay. So understand that you got it. You got it. What's that? How that song go? Yeah, you in it, getting it in like you got it. Hey. All right. Zanahari. Zanaharibe, Andrea Manitria, Malagasy, Madagascar. Girl, read. Okay. Zanahari is many things to the people of the island country of Madagascar. There are many versions of this deity in various Malagasy cosmologies. You can find Zanahari represented as above/below. That's magician energy again. Damn. As directions, northeast, south, and west, or as supreme deity. Some myths convey Zanahari as either a genderless or a two-spirit deity with both male and female aspects. In these situations, Zanahari is often referred to in her feminine aspects as sky and in her masculine aspects as earth. One energy cannot exist without the other. Balance is achieved when we make room for both and of nature and everything in between. Emerging from cosmic dust, Zanahari is an all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing. Since bringing herself into existence, there has been a systematic and strategic erasure of her feminine aspect. In this deck, we refuse to let her femininity, sky aspect, be subjugated, and we defiantly name Zanahari as a goddess. If you draw this card, the ancestors are asking you to notice those moments where your visibility is being compromised, either by others or by your own doing. Be confident in what you create and where your strengths lie, and in what your contributions are. You are emboldened to claim all of who you are. Invitation. Resist invisibility. Bring all that you are to the table in order to receive balance. What have we been talking about? What how did this reading even begin? Some people saw your skills and abilities and wanted you to be invisible. Some of y'all didn't want to take on more responsibility in spite of knowing what you're capable of, in spite of knowing what your abilities are. Some of you all have a fear of being seen. Some of you all don't want to be in positions of leadership. But where does that even come from? Where does that desire to be invisible, to not be a leader, to not be on the forefront come from? They're literally telling you it's not time to be invisible. It's time to fucking show up. Even in the channel message, we have so much to give when we risk showing up. It's time to fucking show up and stop being invisible. Come on. Zanahari. Eat us down, spirit. Eat us down. All right. We have grief. The entire continent of Africa. Grief, the suffering or distress after change, loss, death, is a universal human experience. What we know about grief is that it's rooted in love, follows no schedule, and is not linear. Ignored and metabolized, grief builds up over time and can bubble over in dangerous ways. In the West, there are insufficient rituals around dying and the grief that allow Mercury, leave me alone, bruh. Okay. In the West, there are insufficient rituals around dying and the grief that follows. As a result, many people suffer in emotional isolation, often compounded by the shame of wanting or needing to grieve. Unexpressed grief can turn inward and damage the soul. If you are grieving something or someone, take care to properly meet your grief in community. The woman in the image for this card is away from her support system. This signifies that it is important to identify those in your community who understand the uncertainty of grief. Enlist them to be your grief warriors. They might need to accompany while you are sad, while you cry, or as you scream and shout. They may even keen with you. You are cautioned to avoid the all too prevalent opportunities for numbing: food, alcohol, screens, work, and truly feel your feelings. Grief is a beautiful, expressive path to healing. Invitation: trust that grief is a spiritually and physically necessary process. Trust that your community can hold you. Trust that healing is on the other side of grief. Yo, for some of you, that's for you, Black Lion. For some of you, remember when I was saying, like, in the past, you feel like you didn't get opportunities, or like people were envious of your abilities, so they tried to ignore you or act like you were incapable or less than? I feel like for some of you, losing out on those opportunities, whether you address it or not, kind of made you, like, that turned into something that you needed to grieve. That turned into like emotions that you needed to express. That turned into like, that's something that like bubbled up inside of you. And whether, what am I? Even though you may have known that these people were envious of you or jealous, and you knew that that was the reason why you lost opportunities, because these people knew that you would excel and exceed expectations in certain positions, and they just didn't want to give you that opportunity to shine. And I feel like even though you know that that's why you lost opportunities, even if you didn't express it at the time, it hurts you. And in the moment, you may not have experienced it as hurt. You may have just been like angry. You might have just been like pissed off. You might have just been like, now, for some of you, you know, racism or sexism, other things like that played a part in why you lost opportunities or were like pigeonholed into a certain position instead of giving the opportunity to expand and grow. Like, even though you understood the reasonings behind you losing opportunities, it didn't make you any less angry. It didn't make you any less upset. It didn't make you feel any less diminished, because you knew that you were worthy of those opportunities and you knew that you should have had them. And so I feel like a lot of you may be grieving certain opportunities or needing to grieve certain opportunities without realizing it, because you didn't perceive the loss as fair. You knew it was some bullshit why you lost out, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that doesn't need to be grieved. That doesn't mean that it's not something that you've pushed down and are trying to ignore. You may be needing to pull those opportunities, that sadness, that anger out, and grieve them, even though you lost them on some bullshit. That doesn't make the pain any less. It doesn't make the rejection, the denial of your abilities any less. And so spirit may be needing you to grieve that shit right now so that you can get into your Six of Swords energy, so you can release the baggage and move on into calmer waters, because you're being offered something now that's going to be much bigger than what was taken from you or denied you in the past. Okay? I'm going to read this last one. I'm going to read your comment in a second, Christine. And then the last one, number 11, that number of alignment. And it is Alanka. Alanaka, I think is how you pronounce it. El Nakaka, Nakundo, Mongo, Democratic Republic of Congo. Meandering through the lush tropical rainforest of her land, Ilanaka may have been so delighted by the various trees and vast number of animal species that she was distracted and didn't see the hunter's trap set just in her path. Unable to break free from the trap generated, Ilanaka generated a mystical heat from inside of herself to warm herself through the night. In the morning, the hunter, Lucunundo, arrived to check his trap and mistook the warm, pulsating yellow light for something that fell from the sky. He was delighted to find that instead of a celestial body, he had trapped a beautiful and luminous goddess. Loncondo proposed marriage, and after such negotiation, Ilanaka accepted Loncondo's marriage proposal with one condition. He could never discuss the circumstances of their union since they were thwarting tradition and marrying without her parents' knowledge or consent. She was industrious and showed Loncondo's other wives and townspeople how to cultivate a new crop, palm nuts. Ilanaka's generated wealth and esteemed for herself and her husband with agricultural genius. After a time, however, Loncondo broke his promise, publicly revealing that Ilanaka was found in a trap and there was no familial consent for their marriage. Embarrassed, she ran away. After regaining her composure, she took all of her co-wives and returned them and their dowries to their family. She tolerated neither ridicule nor broken promises. Ilanaka reminds you that you can always course correct and that you don't need to remain in situations that bring you harm. To be clear, this is not a carte blanche to avoid hard things. Doing hard things leaves you with new muscles, new skills, or a new way to see things. Harmful things cause damage and obscure your light. Ilanaka is asking you to develop discernment between the two. Invitation: your light is meant to dazzle and sparkle. If it is being dimmed, remember there is always a way out. Ooh, okay. So some of you all don't want to take the opportunities because your light has been dimmed in the past. Okay. Some of you all don't are concerned that the crown will be too heavy. And I feel like Spirit is saying at the end of the day, like they want you to take the opportunity. They want you to try. They want you to give it a chance. They want you to give they want you to give this opportunity, a chance to be great in your life. And a lot of you run from it because of what you've experienced in the past. And Spirit is saying at the end of the day, like if this ends up being some bullshit, if this ends up being something that you don't want, don't care for, you can always just back up. You can always walk away, but don't not take the opportunity in the first place. Give yourself a chance. Let life have an opportunity to bless you. Okay. So, period. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let's get some rebel messages. Rebel, talk nice or don't. I don't care, but please tell my collective what they need to hear. Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. I hope y'all are taking care of yourself and eating well. If you're not, Spirit says, chop, chop, get to it. Some of y'all need to eat better than you do. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Okay? Ooh, that kind of ate a little bit because like I said, like in the past, you lost opportunities. Okay? But don't allow yourself to stay in places, in spaces that take opportunities from you because of envy. Sometimes we're too big for spaces. Sometimes we're too talented, too gifted, too whatever for spaces, and we just be staying there. So we really can't get mad. We really can't get mad when we stay in fucking small ponds, knowing that we're big fish, and then being upset that the rest of the fish are jealous. You in here sparkling and shining and shit with your little rainbow fins and all that. And don't you think they would be jealous? You taking up all this space with your sparkle and your shine? Of course. So sometimes it's our fault for staying in small ponds. Take accountability. And get over yourself. Pull your shit together. help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. That eats a little bit too. You gotta take it. Gotta be you, friend. You gotta take the responsibility. Get over yourself. Get over your past. Step up. Grab your crown. Sit on your throne. Do the damn thing. All right. Period. The end. The end. All right. And angel number for this collective. Abundance, number 8. Prosperity, opportunity, financial stability. Come on, King of Pentacles. That's how you showing up in this reading, right? Yeah, King of Pentacles. I don't know where you went. Here you go. King of Pentacles. All right. Prosperity, opportunity, financial stability, emotional well-being, and transformation. If you're struggling financially or emotionally due to changes in your life or relationship, your angels want you to know that these difficulties are temporary and also opportunities for growth. How can you embrace changes in your life as opportunities to cultivate greater abundance? Today, focus on one positive step you can take towards to improve your financial and emotional well-being, trusting that abundance is on the way. You got to choose it. You got to say yes. Oh, a rebel card just fell. I just found it. I didn't know it was here, but it says, believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. All right. It's happening. It's happening for you. Postcard. I just read your comment, Christine. That'd be some bullshit. That'd be that fake support. Yeah, go do it. Go try the thing. And then do everything they can to fuck it up for you. Bullshit. All right, your postcard from Spirit says, Dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through your mind and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor your process of becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. This is a powerful process of co-creation. Your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock, okay? So full speed ahead. You like the Rebel cards? I think I tagged them in this video. If you want to buy them, I do get a commission, but they're in this video. They're only like $20. But I've had them for years, for like 5 years. What is the song message for this? You got 2 of them. The first one says, Woman by Doja Cat, Princess, a Queen, Tomboy, a King. You've heard a lot you've never seen. Mother Earth, Mother Mary, rise to the top. Divine feminine, non-feminine. Woman, let me be your woman. Let me be your woman. That's for Black Lion. Okay, but yeah, divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is the energy of receiving, and it is your time to receive. Stop saying no to what life is trying to give you. It's time for you to finally receive. And Heartless by Kanye West. How could she be so Dr. Evil? You're bringing out a side of me that I don't know. You know, with Doja Cat, with Woman, it kind of gives like dark feminine energy. It's time for you to take what's yours. Like, yeah, receive it with grace and gratitude, but ain't it about damn time that you got the things? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Some of y'all really need to tap into your dark feminine energy. I was getting that message today too. It's kind of important for the time that we live in. Okay. So yeah, that's the message, gang. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for that personal reading. Go ahead and drop your numbers in the comments. while I clean up these cards. But yeah, that's the message. So don't be afraid to receive what you're receiving. Don't let the past hold you back and prevent you from saying yes to what the universe, your angels, your ancestors are trying to provide you with. Okay. It's your time to receive. Shut up, Black Lion. I'm not playing with you. Drop y'all numbers in the comments. 1 through 50. The numbers do not go beyond 50. Maybe once I get to like 10K, I'll add 50 more so it can go to 100. But right now it's 1 through 50. Drop your numbers in the comments if you want a reading. Juju. Juju. Mommy hears you. All right, y'all don't want no reading? Cool. I'ma go. Oh, Jenny said 40. Let me be your man. 16. 40 and 16. Anybody else? Christine says 6. Anybody else? About to pull them. You got until I pull it out of this container to guess. All right. All you do is show support. All you do is piss me off all day and night. And you got the finger twice. Double the fun. All right, y'all ready? This feels like the one right here. It's Jenny. She said 40. They said 39. All right. So what is your question, Jenny? It's all out of love and light. Oh, okay. So you say. Speaking of dark feminine, Exhibit A, Medusa. She is a dark feminine entity. Man, I'm going through a really tough time. Any advice would help at this point. All right, so we're going to do a general reading for Jenny. All right, 11001. Pay attention to them ones, Jenny. 111 may be significant. You may be seeing a series of 10s, 1s, 11s. Okay. All right, Spirit, speak to me. Speak through me. What is the message? What is the guidance for Jenny at this time? What is it that she needs to hear? Okay, Jenny, big things. So we have the Full card coming out. Time to take a leap of faith. Spread your wings and fly is literally what's written on the card. Bottom of the deck is the Magician, a major arcana. Okay, so you're entering into a new cycle. This is a major cycle for your life right now, but you do have all the resources available that you're needing at this time. King of Wands in the reverse is right underneath that. You may be dealing with someone who is very cruel, ruthless, opinionated, and they don't really need to be. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit more information about this situation. All right, what's going on with Jenny? Four of Wands. It has something to do with your home, your family. Nine of Wands, uphill battles, triumph after adversity, temperance energy. Two of Swords. So it seems like you're at an impasse. Two of Swords energy is needing to make a head over heart decision. With the Queen of Cups just underneath that, it feels like there's a need for you to make a decision that is very healing for yourself in your life. Four of Wands energy, very healing for yourself and your family. Something that creates or restores harmony within your home for your family. Nine of Wands. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is uphill battles. It is triumph after adversity. This is the wounded warrior energy. So trying something, obtaining damage, but persisting, continuing. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. Tower. King of Coins. Okay, so it feels like there's some type of instability happening with your finances. You're trying, or you're trying. It feels like something is being deconstructed. Your stability is being deconstructed by the universe in order to create balance. You were accustomed to living a certain way, or you got comfortable living a certain way, and that is being disrupted by the universe. There was something. So usually when the Tower shows up, it's because you were supposed to stop doing something, start doing something, make some type of change that you were resisting, and you took too long, or it became apparent to the universe that you wouldn't make the change. So the universe made the change for you. And this is shaking up your stability. We have the Temperance energy here. Temperance is about alchemy and balance. Yeah. Something has been messed up so that it can be corrected. Like the universe is trying to course correct for you. Temperance, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords. Yeah, you were supposed to make a choice that you didn't make, and the universe made the choice for you, and they ended something for you very painfully, very abruptly, and caused instability for you. And it's now like you're having to recover from it. But I feel like you're going to recover quickly. We have the Chariot with the Queen of Cups, and you're going to recover in a way that brings balance, brings peace, brings healing. Spirit saying peace of mind that calms your head, blesses your head. King of Wands with the Devil in the reverse. Like this is meant to bring you some type of freedom, some type of peace. But the way that it's happening is chaotic. Okay, the way that it's happening is chaotic, but it is for your betterment. And when I'm here, and when it hits the fan, when the smoke clears, when it's all over, you're going to understand why it had to be like this, what it was all for, why it had to be so aggressive and abrasive. Okay. But it feels like it's already at its end. It's just cleanup time now. Does that make sense? What's the angel number for Jenny? Of course this is your angel number. 99, the energy of rebirth. Like I said, it's at its end. We're just cleaning up. So renewal, transformation, decision, future, growth, new beginnings. This is a time of renewal and rebirth, indicating that you are close to a major decision that will shape your future. Embrace the transformation and prepare for the path ahead. What is one major decision that you are facing, and how can you prepare yourself to make this choice in alignment with your true self and future goals? Reflect on the areas of your life that you are undergoing, that are undergoing change, and consider how these transformations can lead you to make a significant choice that will positively impact your future. Okay? Trying to figure your way out. I feel like the way out is clear. You just have to see it through all the dust, through all the smoke. It may not be as an easy way out. There may be some obstructions, some lumber in the way, some obstacles that you got to move out the way, but there's a clear way out. 17 by Music Soul Child. So the age 17 may be significant to you. There may be 17 years of time may be significant to you. But this may also be about having to cut somebody off who you have a long-term situation with. The lyrics to the song say, I tried to cut her off and she wasn't having it. She tried to tell me that her age didn't mean shit. And that's when she started to cry, baby, I need you in my life. And without you, I just couldn't handle it. So people trying to like manipulate you into staying in a situation that you know you don't need to be in or desire to be in anymore is also a meaning for this card. All right, so that's your message. Hope it resonates, hope it makes sense, and hope you find your way out soon, because there's happiness, there's healing on the other side of all of this. There's peace on the other side of all of this, okay? So that's that on that, gang. That's the reading. All right. So if this resonated for you, any part of this, let me know in the comments below. If you're looking for personal readings, you can book at SavyCynthia.com. It's the only place that you can book. Make sure that you all like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time I read for you, gang, I wish you all love and light. Now go get right, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. You're welcome.